Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome to Eat or Write Review's VGHS Season 2. I'm going to start out this review by asking a simple question. When you were first watching Season 1 of VGHS, when you saw Shotbot, did you think to yourself, now there's a character that needs a story arc? Because I sure didn't. That question kind of encompasses what I feel about the second season of Video Game High School. It felt very different from the first. Of course, that may be because I'm such a fan of the first season, but I think that there's a strong argument to be made that it kind of lost its roots. In the first season, Brian D is kind of the classic underdog. He has the whole school against him, including the principal and games dean, as well as, of course, the law. But in the second season, all of these characters are reduced to nothing more than temporary threshold guardians. It's kind of unfortunate because they only ever come out whenever the plot needs a temporary twist or some sort of a very short plot speed bump, so to speak, for those that don't know what a threshold guardian is. I think that the second season did a disservice to a lot of the characters by making it a sort of free-for-all, including with Jenny Matrix's mom. She should have come to the forefront of the season and really been a primary antagonist, and in a little bit of a way she kind of was, but not in the same sense of the way that the law was in the first season. Jenny Matrix's mom kind of seems a little bit irrelevant because she only serves to be Brian and Jenny's antagonist as far as their relationship, rather than as a school-based authority in this video game high school. Going back to what I said about the law, I kind of felt sad to see his character shift, along with the comedy of the second season. The whole entire comedic effect of the season, as well as the law, moves into something a lot less tongue-in-cheek than the first, and that's kind of unfortunate because it really helped to serve the ridiculousness that's innate in the concept of video game high school. There's a lot of things that might come about in a video game high school that are just ridiculous and over the top, and a character like the Law really fit very well as a sort of social commentary on how we experience gamer culture. He was a weird and awesome blend of both bro gamers and the socially maladjusted neckbeard type gamer that's a stereotype in the culture, or to those outside of it anyway. And unfortunately, his character takes on something that's more akin to YouTube's How To Basic channel that honestly makes him look much worse than even Harry and Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. This brings me to my final point. I still have a hard time suspending my disbelief about Jenny Matrix even being at VGHS. I don't know what it is, because even in the first season, I had a hard time believing that she really was there and was really giving me orders and the play calls of her character being on the field of fire. She doesn't really embody both the content and the context of the things that she's saying, and just seems to be regurgitating out of a playbook. And this is entirely possible because, you know, her mom does put a lot of pressure on her character. But it's unfortunate because that actually mirrors what happened to Ted and his father in the first season, so I'm a little bit remiss to believe that that was intentional, that Jenny's just trying to live up to her mom and is just kind of going through the motions, because she does seem to actually be a really good leader, but like I said, her character just doesn't seem to really embody the things that are necessary on the field of fire. When I think about the first season of VGHS, I think about when Brian D goes AFK and he's calling out his cat Cheeto's name and he's in that virtual space and he's just frozen in place speaking his cat's name. I also think about the fantastically well done noir episode. And I also think about when Ted is failing to play his father's game and his dad in the game is actually making fun of him. That was really awesome and very unique to that video game high school setting and gave that world a rich and unique vibe. In the second season, really all I remember is a robot wearing a wig, the actor who played Games Dean having lost a bunch of weight, and really that's about it. It's unfortunate because the first season left so many memorable and unique moments to it. And all of this is to say that I felt the same way towards VGHS Season 2 in comparison to the first season as I did to the first sequel to Men in Black. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here on YouTube or follow us on Twitter at Eat or Write.